Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
Anyway, I had a Pop'ems fever. I woke up and I was sick from eating donut holes, which was, didn't even know it was possible. But have you ever, when you get food poisoning and your body knows what did it to you?
Wait, did you start recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I really did try to record you rapping.
Welcome to Cowboy Boys episode. Do you know what episode we're on?
No.
You don't keep track?
I thought the cowboy does our intro for us.
Yeah, but he doesn't say the episode number.
Why
Episode number 23.
23, including the weird first episode that's like, hey, everyone, this is a weird podcast.
Yeah, that one counts.
Okay, cool.
There's no official podcast length.
True.
This could be 4 hours. It could be 4 minutes.
You just want to cinch it up and go eat right now?
Yeah.
You could just be done.
And
right
that was
now.
episode 23, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
How funny would it be if someone downloaded it on their car and they're excited to go to work, and then we were just done. Anyway, I had a Pop'ems fever.
Oh, yeah, you've been eating a lot of donuts. How do you get sick from food? That's
Dude,
never happened to me.
I want to ask you how you don't get sick from food. I've seen you eat. Do you eat an amount that doesn't make sense for your size? You're not like a small guy, but you're not fat, but you eat like an obese man.
What's funny is I've always thought that I have I probably have one of those string bean guys metabolism, like the crazy fast metabolism. But I eat so much that I'm just kind of normal fat instead of just the 600-pound monster.
Dude, I bet you if you just made any effort, like even a remote amount of effort, just like maybe I won't eat candy one day a week, you'd be shredded.
I don't eat candy.
But you eat so much that, dude, no, you eat candy, motherfucker.
Not very often. I eat mostly just food. Makes me feel good.
Dude.
It's the only joy in my life.
You do eat it's fucking wild. Just my leftovers.
I have a hobbit-sized a hobbit stomach.
It's
Second
true.
breakfast.
Yeah.
11sies. Oh, man. I need to get a Hispanic wife.
Yeah, you do.
She
She'll
cooks for me all the time.
Dude, then you and her can get fat together.
What do you mean fat together?
Yeah, Hispanic wives. Aren't Hispanic wives famous for doing that thing that it's a Catholic thing, I think, isn't
you
it?
get them
Where
fat so they don't leave you?
Yeah, they're
That's a good
super
plan.
They go from really, really hot, and then you marry them, and then they get really they look like Humpty Dumpty after.
Hell yeah. That would be fun to get fat with someone.
That's something Mormons do too.
But you gotta be skinny. They have to, at least for me. I only date skinny bitches.
Oh yeah, true. Would you
So-
leave a girl if she if she really let herself go while you were with her?
No. That's the dream.
Oh my god.
I just want a girl who has a six-pack and is super hot, and then if she's with me and gets ugly and fat, I'd be like, yeah, you were with me. I get it. I'll stay with you to the end.
I told my ex-wife that she was getting big once. And that's not what you're supposed to do, everybody. That's not what you're supposed to do.
Your ex-wife.
Yeah, clearly.
How did she take it?
She was pretty cool about it. At the time, I was in crazy fucking good shape. So she was I had a six-pack and stuff. So I was like, hey, you gotta.
Were you just
I'm stepping it up. I'm like, you gotta try a little.
Were you like, how come you don't have a six-pack?
No, she was just I think she was just depressed and stuff. And in her defense, then when she did get in shape, she was in better shape than me the whole rest of the time we were together because she was dancing. She was like a professional dancer.
That is my favorite part about depression, though, is being fat.
Yeah.
Just
my favorite part about depression is I don't know.
getting to eat food in your bed.
No, you're right.
Have you ever-
It is the food.
Have you ever eaten pizza in bed?
Yeah.
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 Just opening a box, sleeping next to a box.
The apathy is pretty fun. I wish here's the thing about apathy. You can't. Sometimes you're just apathetic enough that it's fun. you can kind of feel you're like thankful for the apathy. Usually when I'm depressed, I'm so apathetic that I'm just like literally pouring cereal onto my face in my bed, making a mess, like, and I don't care about anything, but I'm not in a mood to enjoy it till later.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about that bed pizza. The warmth.
Dude, have you ever fallen asleep with like the pizza in the box and you just wake up?
Yes.
And you're like, all right, here we go.
I did that once. I woke up with a pizza next to me and I'm like, hell yes.
Oh, dude. Once I fell asleep eating oatmeal. I think
Oh,
it was
no.
here. And so you know how oatmeal gets like a hard?
Gross.
And then I had soda and I just poured some soda into it when I woke up and stirred it around.
Oh, I thought
and then ate it to finish it.
it was going to be like you'd spilled it in your bed.
No. I mean, I've done that. Once when I was depressed, what was I, like 20? I was just, instead of, this is so fucked up. Instead of like, I had I shared a room with someone and we had like a partition and I didn't want to like have to go to the bathroom to jack off and I didn't have like stuff to put it in. So I just turned.
You didn't have a piss bottle?
No.
Or a jizz bottle too?
A jizz bottle?
A jizz sock?
No, I didn't have a jizz sock.
Every good depression room has a piss bottle and a jizz sock.
I know, I fucked up. So I would just turn and jack off onto the wall and let it
my
just like
God.
go down the wall.
What the fuck?
I know, this is super fucked up, but whatever. And so I was in a depressive thing, and then we had to move out of that place.
Oh,
and
no.
my friend was like, hey, did you pee on the wall or something? I had to clean. There was like this yellow clay covering the wall, and I was like, oh my God. That was from me.
Were you just like, no, I didn't pee on the wall. That was cum.
No, I was just like, sounds crazy, man. Must have been like a leak in the ceiling.
Girl, you're disgusting.
Yeah, I am. Well, firstly, 19 or 20-year-old me is disgusting. I was miserable. I was like in this weird, it was like a half a bunk bed. So it was just like going down, like, anyway, it's pretty brutal.
The only thing,
Depression is bad.
I mean, I feel like I'm still very depressed, but I don't like cum on walls.
Well, when
I
you're,
keep track of my cum.
But-
I know where it's always on my stomach or in a sock.
were you young and depressed ever?
No.
See, young depression is brutal. Just like young love, where it's reckless, young depression is just like,
yeah,
dude,
anything goes.
That's how when I was young and my friends were just like, I think we're going to try mugging someone tonight. I was just like, fuck it. Let it roll. Let's go. Like,
I mean, if you said that now, I'd be like, okay.
yeah, dude. I was just kind of like, it's the Neil Brennan joke where he's like, his friends are like, you don't give a fuck. And he's like, it's not that I don't give a fuck. I'm just very sad. That's the thing with me. I was just like, dude, I don't care about anything.
Well, this is Cowboy Boys for all you new listeners who are here from Shayne's second special.
Oh, Jesus.
Hearing about your cum wall.
God. That I didn't even clean myself, by the way.
Oh,
I wonder how many. It must have been at least 30 plus.
Comes?
Yeah, 30 plus cummies.
Oh my God.
It was so bad, dude.
What the fuck? I'm disgusted. I have nothing to say. I'm just so
I know. Listen, I'm disgusted with me. I'm fucking. You know the person who cleaned the wall too with unwittingly.
There was a dude, right?
Yeah.
Well, he knew.
No, he didn't. He truly.
No one's that oblivious.
Trust me. If he knew, he would have not done it. He literally. You know when there's like a leak in your ceiling and it's like yellow and kind of discolored? That's what he thought it was, and I was like, yeah, there must be a leak in the wall, or that's crazy. But
I'm a civilized man. I've always pissed in a bottle if I didn't want to leave my room.
I've
never done anything gross like that. You,
dude, I never have a piss bottle in my room anymore. I only use it when
anymore.
I
I only did it like once.
No, I wake up and go to the bathroom. Here's the thing: I used to have a piss bottle, so I wouldn't have to leave my room because I didn't have heat in my apartment.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
you
so
got your blanket for it.
Because I didn't have good credit, so I couldn't get the heat turned on in my house. So we used to live in Utah in the winters with no heat or hot water.
Oh, so you would piss in the bottle and then you put it under your pillow for warmth?
No, but I would piss in the bottle because I didn't want to get up and go into the cold apartment to pee. And once I had a girl over, and listen, I don't even know what she's doing judging me. She's trying to fuck a guy with no heat anyway, but then she's like,
but here's the thing.
Is this 3 bottles filled with piss? And I was like, I forgot to get those out of here before you came over. My bad. And she was really not stoked.
Did you still fuck?
Yeah, but
That's
still.
the crazy thing, like, about girls is I feel like as soon as they cross the threshold of your home to like in your room, it's like they're gonna fuck you.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
if there's like, oh, that's a dead body. There's a bunch of my feces. They're like, well, I'm already here.
Yeah, dude.
Girls are just as disgusting as men.
Oh, dude. Every girl on Twitter that has like horror stories, she's like, I can't believe a guy did this. And it's like, and then you still fucked him.
Yeah, you were over at his house.
Yeah, and then
here's a pro tip. You're allowed to get up and leave at any point of a date or a
Dude.
get together or anything.
Yeah.
Guys and girls. I've done it before. It's very fun. It's very empowering.
I've left.
Know your worth. Get up and leave.
I've left several times. I left when that girl pooped herself. I left when I dude.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. The girl was on a date, shit her pants. She was crying in the car, and I was like, go into the store and take care of it. And she left, and I just ran home.
I mean, how do you can't was it a first date?
Yeah.
Oh, a first date, like, if you shit yourself on a first date.
Dude, she was like, so we get into the car. She picks me up in her car because she's like, let's go to my place. I'll pick you up. I don't remember. Anyway, the logistics doesn't matter. And she was like, I don't feel well. And I was like, we don't have to hang out. And she's like, no, I really want to hang out with you. I'm leaving out of town. This is our only chance. Let's hang out. It's like, all right. So she picks me up and she kind of doesn't look. She's like a little.
She looked green.
She's like under the weather. And she's like, we just got to go to the store, like Walmart. I'm going to get like whatever from the pharmacy. So she wanted like Tums or some shit for her stomach. She didn't say it, but she's like, I'm gonna get some medicine. I assumed it was Midol at the time or
Pepto-Bismol.
whatever. Yeah, does Pepto make a period thing? Anyway, I thought she was on her period. I was like, oh, it's a bummer, because she's like, we're probably not gonna have sex. And I was like, that's fine, we can hang out. So we go. We're on our way to the store, I think, to get her period medicine, and she is like sweating. And then she's like, oh my God. And she's like really being weird. And I was like, okay, this is fucking crazy. And then she just pulls into the 7-Eleven and parks in front of it. And then she just puts her head on the wheel and she just starts openly crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then I could smell.
Oh, no.
I'm not kidding, dude. I could smell that she shit herself. It was so brutal, dude. And she was just like, I had an accident. And she's crying. And I was just like, I don't know what to do in this situation. I was very young. And I was just like, you got to go into that store, go into 7-Eleven and take care of it. And she's like, okay. And so she turned the car off. She got out and she went to go into 7-Eleven. And I was like, I fucking don't. I can't.
You don't want to. I mean,
I can't deal with this. I can't make her drive me home. I can't put her through it. I can't put me through it.
That's actually nice that you gave her, like, you just went home. She didn't have to give you a ride home.
She, like, called me and was like, where did you go? Like, trying to get a hold of me. I never answered again. I ghosted
That's
her.
fair.
Yeah, dude. I was running, like, miles home.
How wild is it that if a girl had, like, just a massive period, you'd be like, yeah, let's still fuck her or whatever. Like, it's nothing but, like, just a little bit of poo, and you're like, I'm out.
Yeah. Listen.
I mean, it's crazy that one bodily fluid is so much more disgusting than another.
It
but
is.
Blood is like,
Who gives a shit?
I mean, I feel like blood is. It should be worse almost in your mind, but it's not.
No.
Like, cover me in blood. I don't care.
Dude, I really don't. Anytime a girl's ever been like, I'm so sorry, I'm on my period, and I was like, sorry for what?
Yeah.
It
doesn't smell.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, dude. I could not care less. Do you own a shower for afterwards? Then we're good.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of girls are self-conscious about that. Would you be self-conscious?
If I was just bleeding out
Yeah.
of my pussy or
out of your penis? I don't know.
I mean, if it was out of my penis, yes. And I'd be like, it just bleeds every now and then.
I had a friend who was like, there was blood in my cum once, and I was like, once? Did you go to a doctor? That shit is crazy.
I've never had once.
Dude, so do you want to do something fun? And so I have some YouTube videos. Some of you may be here from those YouTube videos.
Are we gonna read comments?
Yeah, I saved some of my favorite comments, and I wanted you to tell me what you think of them.
Here, let me read them.
No, I'm gonna read them out loud to you, and then I want to see.
But they're
your
about
reaction.
you.
Yeah.
It'll sound more natural if it's coming from my hateful voice.
No. Oh, I forgot I saved this DM from someone. Okay.
Let me read that one.
No. Okay, so this one said, Oh, some of these aren't as funny as I thought. Some of them are just I was gonna make funny later. But this guy's like, why in the name of hell is someone so white and nerdy get tatted up like he thinks he's hardcore or a hip hop star? But their name was Gene White. No, dude.
Yeah, why don't you answer that guy's question?
Here's the thing. I'd love that people who they're like, why do you get tattoos if you aren't the thing that I think people with have tattoos have? Or are.
Well, it assumes that you got the tattoos that you were always a nerd.
Yeah. I mean, I always have been a nerd.
But you didn't look like a nerd back then.
No. I looked... what do I want to say?
Like
Sketchy?
a dirtbag.
Yeah, like a dirtbag.
So how bad does it happen that you're like ready to go through puberty and get your tough guy voice? And then you're like, all right, here it comes. And then you're still like,
Dude, I've always been...
And so... It never came around to you, and you have all these face tattoos. You were prepped, and then shit.
It's very real. That did happen.
I guess I'll do comedy.
Dude, this guy says, dude, ? You going to finish your self-mutilation job and cover your whole face? You look like MS-13, freak.
You look like MS-13.
Dude, firstly, those guys are pretty hardcore.
Do they do a lot of face tats?
Yeah. That's
But
the
so do,
Mexican prison gang.
Yeah, so does like the Aryan Nation.
Are they Mexican or are they just South American?
I feel like they're Mexican.
Oh, okay. Mexican specific.
Yeah.
Nice.
South America has its own cooler gangs.
Yeah, well...
I mean, if you're part of MS-13 and you listen to our podcast...
Hey, what's up?
You're cool, too.
Yeah. Can you just imagine a whole group of MS-13 gang members just listening to this?
I mean,
laughing about the cum wall. Hey, we have a cum wall in prison.
Dude. Well, one of my favorite YouTube channels is that Big Hark prison talk things. Just that giant dude talking about all the prison beatings he saw, and like yeah, some guys are gay for the stay. They you've been sagging, showing a little ass, you're gonna get your booty took. And it's just like,
and his voice, he's so gnarly looking, but his voice is
like,
very small, and
he's
got a me problem.
Well, yeah, he's like 6'4", giant shaved head black dude, huge muscles.
Jacked.
And then he's like, he has a weird lisp, and he talks kind of in a,
you're gonna get your booty took. Kind of like the Mike Tyson thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's putting in work, is what he says. I was in the cell next to him, and I heard him every night in there, and Big Mike was putting in work, just busting them cheeks. And you're like, what? Big Mike? No.
If we have any prison listeners... send us your address and we'll write you a letter.
Oh, dude. I will write someone in prison.
I don't know if you can get podcasts in prison.
Yeah, that would be cool. Smuggle us into prison. Record this on a recorder. Put it into your ass. Bring it to someone in prison.
A little iPod Nano. I bet those are the easiest MP3 player to sneak into prison. We could load up. If you have a prisoner, we'll load up the podcast on an iPod Nano and send it to him.
Keister stash the podcast. Oh, dude, the term. I remember the term when I heard the term Keister stash. I was like, holy shit! And I heard it because a prisoner was telling a story about how you can't go through my phone. I'm not joking. You can't go.
I'm not going to read. I'm only going to read the thing. The next one. Continue your story. Shayne got really defensive when I took his phone.
I'm not trying to have you look through my stuff.
I'm not looking.
If you want to show me the naked women you've been with, then you can go through my phone. But otherwise,
they're not on my phone.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You live dangerously.
Yeah, I do. I store the.
Do I swipe right?
No, don't swipe at all.
I'm going to read the next comment.
No, you're not.
Jesus, there's no nudes there.
Firstly, they are. They're so close. The nudes on my phone. Listen, my phone is loaded with nudes.
Are they your nudes or someone else's?
They're both.
All right.
Listen. Here's the deal. I will let you read these comments on my phone, but you have to see one photo of my penis for every comment you read.
Oh, so that's what I've seen your dick so many times in real life.
Yeah, but have you seen it half hard, tastefully done in our bathroom mirror?
I think so.
I mean, maybe. Here, you can read that one though.
Okay. The next comment. His comedy sucks and makes me want to attack an elderly. Gay tattoos as well. That one's really good. He wants to. Your comedy's so bad that it makes this guy want to attack an elderly.
Oh, I actually don't know that I have any more saved right now. Oh no, I do.
I'm gonna go through them too while we. Wait, what have you like? What if it's weird that your comedy would make someone want to attack someone older? Do you think that's just because he's weak and he's like, I want to attack something. I can't punch a baby. That's too an old person. They're more my speed.
I think it's because I say that old people run people over with their car in the joke.
All right.
Maybe.
Very specific.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the guy's just out of control and crazy. It makes me want to attack an elderly. I always love like the broken English. It's just like some dude in Russia that's just like, ooh, I fucking hate this guy.
Yeah.
A lot of comments about my hair that hurt my feelings.
Yeah, because you're like growing out your hair.
Yeah, I'm in an awkward phase. So everyone's like, well, here's the thing. Half the people are like, his hair sucks and he looks like a fucking big baby, like you couldn't do anything. And the other half of the people are like, he looks like a serial killer. A lot of people told me I look like a child molester, which I don't appreciate. They're like, you look like Jeffrey Dahmer. And I was like, he molested 0 kids that we know of.
All right, here's another comment. Stepfather, that explains the stupid tattoos. Mom was a hoe, so he lashes out and turns gay also.
It doesn't make any sense.
Is that why you lash out and turn gay?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happens. I lash out and turn gay because of my mom. This guy called me Discount John Krasinski, who spent the first 18 years of life in jail, which is so funny because I literally...
John Krasinski?
Krasinski.
Oh, I thought it was...
Yeah, Jim from The Office. I literally do that joke in my specials, so good job, man. You fucking nailed it.
Wait. Oh, that's the actor. My mind went to Ted Kaczynski because
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Because your brain is all fucked.
Those are my celebrities.
Okay.
Jim from The Office? Boring.
Dude, what was I reading about how Ted Kaczynski was like selling selling merch outside watching Waco happen?
That's pretty rad.
He like went to go see because he was like obsessed with the government when it was going down. There's all these people watching it, and he was there like, hot dogs, get your hot dogs.
Oh, I thought he was selling like T-shirts.
No, I think he was selling T-shirts,
Like,
but that was the only thing I could think of. To
FBI, boo. Anti-government T-shirts.
Dude, this person just straight up, he needs to go back to the drawing board. He's better than this. Sad face. Here you go.
All right, here's a good one. Face and neck tattoos proves you're a demonic and worthless human who makes poor choices. From the account Faith Returns, and they have a angel in their profile picture.
Yeah, dude. There it is. I got the priesthood coming after me.
Well, yeah, I mean, she probably agrees with that Russian guy who's always yelling demonic slurs at you.
True. Our wild neighbor who just screams. Lately, he's been getting it's too cold. He can't form thought. So when he sees me, he just yells.
All right. Here's a good comment.
Oh.
Really nailed that Jeffrey Dahmer look.
I told you, they're there. There's hundreds. I can't even go look now because it's too much. This person sent me a DM that says I forgot I screenshotted it. It says every time I tell someone I think you're attractive, they always think I'm weird. And then later they ask me out. It's like, bitch, you can't give me a backhanded compliment.
No, it's called negging.
I know.
They're busting your self-esteem down to their level. So then if you're like a 7 out of 10 and they're a 5 out of 10, you just give them some backhanded compliments so they feel like a 5 out of 10 and now they're in your league.
Is that how that works?
I think, I don't know. Is that the mentality behind it?
I think it might be. I cannot imagine it working ever for me.
Well,
anytime a girl roasts me, I'm like, oh, you're fucking, unless it's funny.
I mean, think of, it must work better than what I do. All I do is build women up and then they leave me. I went so So.
Mac, why don't you build me up?
Because
You're
exactly.
afraid I'll leave. Oh, okay. That's so. All I do is build women up and then they leave me.
It's true. I've never.
No, it's real. You do treat the women you date very well. You should be meaner to them.
I meet 7 and 8s out of 10s, and then I build them up to 9s and 10s.
Oh,
and
is
then
that what
leave.
you do? You build them up to. Are you personal training them?
A little bit. More like mentally training them.
Oh my
making
god.
them cool. Here's a good comment. Shayne has jokes about how he deeply regrets face tattoos. Also, Shayne gets new face tattoo.
Yeah, it's
Are you gonna get a new one now that you're? You gotta get one for every album now.
No, I am going to.
So
I
you
want
can't
to get a
record
new face tattoo, everybody.
What are you gonna get?
Probably something very small. Like I was gonna get something in the corner of my head, above my hairline, and I was thinking about getting something under my right eye.
I was gonna say under eye is a pretty good one.
Yeah, I might get something under my right eye.
Like a word.
Yeah, something very small. I was thinking of a pattern, but like just anyway.
What about a YouTube comment? That'd be fun. Under your eye.
Yeah.
Gahey.
The Ghey.
Those tattoos are cringy.
Tattoos are cringy. Yeah, there's a lot of people who said my look is cringy, and I was like, what is that even? Cringy how? Like, do you just not? I don't understand.
You are Comedy 9.
What?
You know, because like, for most comedians look terrible.
Oh yeah. Comics are gargoyle people. It's true.
So for a comedian, you're like
you're
a David
good looking. That's where we're at.
That's not.
I can't tell you how many dudes that I'm just like, they're just literally wearing like fucking pants from the Goodwill, New Balance shoes, a ripped up shirt. They smell. Their hair is always bad. Comedians are.
Disgusting animals.
No, it's real. Yeah.
That's why you join the club. Like,
should I just become an animal?
No, I mean like people who are fat and ugly and gross like me were like, I'll do that, and then I only have to be slightly more attractive than all the other weirdos.
True. I guess
it worked for a little bit.
I wonder what happened in my brain that I thought I was. I guess I'm a freak still. I just have an audience now. But before I was doing well in comedy, or I mean, well, big quotation marks around well. Before I was doing comedy, I genuinely thought like, oh, most people hate me. So I think that my brain, that was a good. And then it switched my brain into comedy mode.
And now you know most people hate you.
Yeah, I know most
They're
people.
posting all these comments.
Dude, I can't tell you. The DMs I get, I should have gone through my DMs. That's what I should have done.
Here's a good one. What happened to his hair, Lamau?
No,
LMAO.
it's the one thing I'm self-conscious about. I am growing. Listen, I get that it's an awkward phase, but I'm growing it out. Who hasn't had that awkward hair growing phase?
You should have just cut your hair and restarted it again.
Fuck off with that. It takes so long to grow it. It's whatever. I could have trimmed it probably, but you know what? I don't care. I'm here to do the jokes. I'm not here for you to want to fuck me. That's what my Instagram is for.
There you go.
Fucking assholes. Also, I didn't get, I mean, I don't know. It is funny when people find the one thing you're self-conscious about.
Is it your hair?
I'm a little self-conscious because I am truly growing it out. So it's like, I know that it's awkward. My thing is I don't like when someone brings something up and I'm like, no, I already feel that way. Like, damn it.
Here's a good one. He looks like MGK, but talks like John Mulaney.
Oh, man. Dude, I get so many John Mulaney. Like, people are like, hey, you sound like John Mulaney. Or they'll tag me and John in something. Or they'll be like, I was listening to John Mulaney Pandora, and you come up all the time. And every time that happens, one of John Mulaney's brain cells dies.
There you go. I don't know. Here's a guy with is he wearing a dog play mask? It's just on his YouTube.
Pup play is what it's called.
So recently, I've seen some more cool TikToks.
Yeah, tell me about them.
I found my new favorite genre is people with Down syndrome drinking beer.
You can't stop them. They are legally adults.
I've seen like people at college parties and they're all like having the guy with Down syndrome chug a beer, or a really wholesome one, a guy take his brother out to have a lunch and a beer.
Yeah.
And they always seem super stoked.
Yeah, of course. I mean, imagine that you're, I don't know how to explain what
I wonder what Down syndrome feels like.
Dude,
and then drinking a beer.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at because as someone who works with people with disabilities, people with Down syndrome always have the best temperament.
What do you mean?
Like, so when you work with people who have autism,
They're always angry and yelling at you?
no,
or
no.
What do you mean
Sometimes
temperament?
they're very sweet and like, or often they have personalities just like anybody else. But people with Down syndrome very often have like this very kind, sweet
Yeah.
affect about them, almost to the point where it's like you can almost bank on it. And so I would imagine
I've never seen an angry Down syndrome person. You're right.
I have, but
Oh, no.
I mean, I worked with people with disabilities, for
But
long
like
enough.
in general, I know what you mean. Like
yeah.
they do seem high on life.
Yeah,
high
yeah.
on chromosomes, I guess, or lack thereof. Is it an extra one?
I should know this.
I
but
think they have
don't.
an extra one.
What happens if you're missing?
Most of the time you just die if you're missing. But I did see.
Okay, so extras are yeah.
No, but I did see. There was some person on that Special Friends YouTube channel you hate that I watch. It's the Special Kids with Special Friends. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a saint of a guy who goes around the country visiting with people, like just the most disabled people. And there was a kid.
But he's not like the lady, the disabled lady prostitute, right?
No, she's also a saint.
No, she's a saint, but for a different reason.
She meets up once they hit 20 or 18, 21. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
How bad is it that I don't even know the age of consent?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 18. That's the one.
I think it's not bad because you don't know, because I think that you haven't had sex long enough that you're just like, how does it work again? So.
But anyways, he interviewed a kid who was like missing 3 chromosomes, just 3 whole chromosomes. And he was like, when you look at him, he looked like a kid that was from southern Utah, like just a weird hill kid. And he couldn't really talk. And I was like, he's missing 3 of your 23 chromosomes. So he only has 20. And he just couldn't talk and just kind of wiggled around a little bit. He was otherwise living.
How do you interview him if he can't communicate?
Dude, he interviews a lot of people who can't communicate.
Well, how does he do that? Do they just sit there with their caretaker, and the caretaker's like, Jimmy likes food and not talking? Like, what is going on?
The YouTube channel Special Books by Special Kids. It's very warning. There are some crazy things you can see on this YouTube channel, so don't go clicking if you don't want to see that. So there's people that they have like they'll answer on with like buttons they press or just by nodding yes or no questions. Some of them I feel like they just go by the feeling of what they're saying.
Okay.
There's truly like the full range of deformities and diseases and everything.
Oh, dude, it's so crazy. There's so many weird things that can affect you.
It's very heartwarming. I don't know why you don't like
People.
Is it too close to work?
Yeah. No, the thing is that it just bums me out so bad.
I feel yeah.
You know, when you think about when you're like, I know that dogs die every day, but if you show it to me, it's going to really fuck me up. It's the same thing. I don't want to know. I don't want to see it. I just want to go ahead and live in my little fantasy world where I don't have to see a guy who only breathes through a straw and tried to drive his scooter into a pool to kill himself, have an interview or whatever. I think that was a storyline from Glee. But you see,
really?
yeah. But you see where I'm going with this.
My whole point is, would it be unethical to give someone with Down syndrome like marijuana or LSD?
LSD? I don't think. I mean, they're adults. Listen, if they can, this is a really interesting question that I've used to debate when I used to work with people with disabilities, because
some people are straight up they can't drink.
Oh, well,
which I'm like,
yeah, a lot of people say that. We got into this big debate because one of my clients, he turned 22 and he was like, I want to go to a strip club.
Hell yeah.
And I was kind of like, my first reaction was like, we about to see some titties. Like, of course we're going to this strip club, buddy.
Yeah.
You know? And then my job was like, Shayne, you can't take your clients to see bare titties. And I was like, why not? They're adults. They consented. They understand the titties are going to be there. They know not to grab them.
They know to, like, I want to go there. It's a conscious decision. I want to go where the titties are at.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not being like, I want to go to Walmart and then like ogling people's titties, which is almost worse.
Well, listen. Firstly, we do that.
I know that's where.
Like, secondly, it's totally. And so then there was like this big debate: is like, what can they consent to? What do they understand? I am still. Listen. Some of these guys may or may not have been to a strip club, whether or not my former work knows it, okay? I'm not going to say that they went to one, but I'm going to go ahead and say if they did go to one, they would have behaved themselves, and I would have thought it was very funny. They would have enjoyed themselves quite a bit, and at the time of their lives. So my one client, he can't talk. He's
See, yeah, but you could communicate with him.
Well, no, but so he has autism and he's nonverbal, which means like he can't speak. He make grunts, and he does like a type of sign language that is like American Sign Language, but it's got a lot of his own flavor in it.
So do you know the word for lap dance?
Anyway, no, they didn't get lap dances. I kind of wanted to, but they didn't go to the strip club, so
this
they
is
wouldn't
all hypothetical,
have had lap
but
dances. Hypothetical.
I would have bought them all lap dances.
But he just forgot. He literally, like, let's just say hypothetically, if we walked in and we sat down, and then a girl came over with her titties out, and then he looked at me and then signed, "What the fuck?" Just immediately like, what is going on? And then the whole time, oh dude, so funny, so funny.
Did you give him money?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because
they have money. They're adults.
Oh, I guess so. Were they throwing their cash around?
Taxpayer money, yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful story.
Yeah, dude. Hypothetically, yes, they would have been throwing taxpayer dollars at topless women at a bar.
So anyways, if anyone can like point me into a direction where they know of a story of someone with Down syndrome doing mushrooms or acid, please link it to me. I'd be very interested.
I'm sure that they've done studies.
I wonder what that would be like.
To have Down syndrome in general?
And to do drugs.
And to do drugs? While you've one-upped drugs and you've gone into a whole different territory here.
These are the things I think about when I'm on drugs.
Okay.
Dude, I feel like I'm already too much of an introspective asshole, and then if I do psychedelics, it just sends me to another plane of my own asshole. I remember that I told you I was at that party where I was on acid, and the guy found out. He's like, "Oh, you gotta check this out," and he sat me down in front of a computer and played some like shitty mushroom head music, like shit techno, and then infected mushroom is what it was, and then put on the computer screen with a visualizer, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, "Wow, this sucks."
Did you tell him?
I didn't say it that harshly, but I'm like, "Oh, this is kind of cool, man. I'm gonna go to another room now." Like,
you just reminded me, by the way.
Just cooking.
So I'm at the club. Anyway,
you're at the strip club in this story.
Yeah, I'm at a strip club with some friends, okay? And one of my friends, I was like, "Hey, you have to hold the money, and then you just give him $1 at a time." And he was like, "Okay." And I was like, "All right, so get it out." And he's so awkward and so weird about being there and so excited that he's like not knowing what to do. And I was like, "Here, let me help." And I go to put my hand in his coat pocket to grab the money, and then this coat pocket is full of spaghetti. I just remember being like,
"So was the money covered in spaghetti?"
No, the money is in the other pocket. But I was like, "You got a fucking spaghetti pocket, dog? You got a fucking spaghetti." So I'm at a strip club.
Did he eat any of it?
No, I'm at a strip club, like, holding a handful of spaghetti, like, "Yo, bouncer, what can I fucking do with this spaghetti? I gotta throw it out." And he's like, "Dude, you just got loose spaghetti, dog." I was like, "Dude, don't fucking worry about it, man." Oh, dude, spaghetti pocket lives on. I forgot about that shit. It's a very fun night. Actually, it was during the day, but it was like 3 p.m. with the C Squad.
Your story keeps changing, which I think is good.
Yeah. There you go.
The C Squad strippers.
Dude, the best.
No.
No strip club experience is better than the time I went to Wyoming. I got done with a show. They threw stuff at the headliner I was featuring. And then afterwards, they were like, you were great. And I was like, you literally threw shit at it. Like, you hated us and heckled us.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
a road gig.
Yeah. And they were like, we love you. You got to come to this strip club. And we were like, all right. And they're like, the strip club's called the Bareback. And we're like, oh, cool. And in my mind, I'm like, I see the pun here. BEAR back. And it's like a bear. When we get there, nope. Dude, it is straight up spelled BARE. Like, we fuck without protection here. Get in this fucking building. And I was like,
I thought it was going to be bear like gay.
No,
gay
dude,
bears.
bareback. Like, barebacking.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I get it.
So I was like, holy shit. So we go in, and it's like, there's a bunch of sketchy, motorcycle dudes playing pool, of course. And then I'm like, all right, where are the strippers? And one of the strippers comes out, and she's straight up wearing a shirt and nothing else. She doesn't have bottoms on, and she's
like her boyfriend's t-shirt.
Yeah, like a t-shirt,
like a long t-shirt.
No.
Oh
no.
Is she pantsless?
She's Porky Pig in it.
All right.
And she's got a body not unlike Porky Pig.
I like that look though. It's a good look.
She's got 2 cigarettes, one in each hand. I'm not fucking kidding.
All right,
She's
this is a
got
cool trick.
Double cigaretting, and she's just like kind of doing a jig, I guess, and she's just smoking, and then she like threw them on the ground, and then she drank someone's drink, and she was like trying to pull this girl who was like at the edge of the stage with her boyfriend. She's trying to pull that girl's tits out. Like, pull her shirt up and like, yeah, we're partying, get your boobs out. And I was like, bitch, you don't have your boobs out. You're a stripper and your boobs are in.
She found the best loophole.
Her pussy was also, it looked like one lip was longer than the other. Like, her pussy had a cleft lip. Like, it shouldn't be possible, dude. And so she comes over, and my friend who was with me at the time was like, do I want to say his name? It's Aaron Woodall. His name's Aaron Woodall.
Yeah.
And then so it's like we were like, okay, this is fucking crazy. And then he's like, why do you have your tits away? Why are your tits like, you're a stripper, pull them out. And then she's like, you got it, honey. And she pulled her tits out. And we were just like, you were correct the first time.
How bad were
them
they?
Away, dude. Have you ever seen like I don't know what I want to say here. You know when like Wile E. Coyote gets his nose smashed in Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like all droopy and sad,
like lumpy.
Yeah.
She had lumpy, saggy tits.
She had lumpy, saggy.
Were there folds on her tits?
Have you ever, when you have a really, really,
Did her tits have extra tits?
Yeah, like a bag of cottage cheese left out in the sun.
Oh.
Like, it's just like, I don't even know how to explain, but her nipples are pointing straight down.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude. Straight the fuck down, which is never good. You want them at least pointing at a 90-degree angle. Dude, I'm not kidding, dude. Like, somehow how do they turn like that? Like, dude, I felt like if I pulled her nipples, they would have rolled up like curtains or like,
yeah.
It was so bad. Anyway, she put them away, and we were like, all right. And then she kept dancing.
Did you have to pay her to put them away? Or?
Yeah, no, we gave her money, dude. We were just like, whatever it takes to get you out of here. And then later, after she was done dancing, she like stayed, and she was like harassing people. She was just like wearing bikini bottoms and that shirt. And
I mean, if you're the one stripper in a club, there's no competition, so you can literally do whatever you want to do.
She wasn't the only stripper. There were like 3 more. 2 of them were like just regular girls who kind of didn't know what they were doing. One of the girls didn't take her. She just stripped down to her underwear, and she was like, "That's it." And we're like, "You're the only hot one." And she was like, "This is all you get." And we were like, we will take it.
No, that's the move.
Yeah.
If any women are thinking about doing porn or becoming a cam girl or anything, from my years of research, here's what you do: you just do softcore for as long as possible. And then you get naked, but don't show, like, you hold off doing anything for as long as possible. I don't think anyone's come inside of Riley Reid. Ever.
No,
She's never done a cream pie.
No, she's
never done a real one.
Keep going, and I'm going to look it up.
Nope. It's always, there's like been 1 or 2, and they're all fake.
Okay, now.
I'm saying they're all fake.
Okay.
But it's like the same with Belle Delphine. She got so big before whatever she disappeared. I think she was sex trafficked out of the country. But as long as you hold off for as long as possible, showing penetration or doing any like weird the hardcore stuff, your career will last. Because as soon as someone sees you go all the way, then they're like, all right, next person.
Okay, so I'm on Pornhub. Riley Reid cream pie, the
Oh,
keywords.
yeah?
By the way, Pornhub has the menorah out. Hell yeah, Pornhub. Thank you for holding it down for us. And this says, the first video, come 4K, multiple oozing cream pies, Riley Reid.
They're all fake.
Riley Reid
You can't find a guy blowing inside of her. It always cuts away. Anyways, it's a conspiracy theory.
Dude. Riley Reid making sweet horny stepsister my personal slut. Riley Reid compilation 1.
Yeah, these aren't
Bratty
cream pies.
sis, do or die.
Show me a cream pie.
What about... So this guy does cream pie in her butt. Does that count? I'm seeing it right now.
I don't think that counts.
Okay. You know what? I'm kind of with you.
I'm like, you can't think of one time.
You know how like if someone's like, I cheated, and you're like, ugh, and they go, no, I just sucked his dick, and you're like, that's worse somehow.
Yes.
That's kind of like if coming in someone's butt, you're like, okay, well, it's not
That's the
as
opposite.
bad. yeah.
You're like, it's
not
just
as
your
bad.
ass.
I guess. Oh no.
What?
Someone was fisting a butt, and I saw
On
it.
Pornhub. That's wild. So anyways, type in Down syndrome on Pornhub and see what comes up.
I mean, okay. Damn. Wow. Just really getting to it.
I mean, you have it open.
You're right. No, you're right. It would be irresponsible not to just...
I mean, how do you get consent? Are there any laws about this? Or is it just the age thing again?
I'm not okay with the fact that I typed down and it knew exactly what I wanted. The first video, because I just have most relevant. Tommy dicks down his cousin when parents leave. Traded. Oh no, these are just like. No.
Do you see any? What is it?
Man with Down syndrome fucks 3 twinks. Hard gay anal fiesta.
Oh, awesome. Let me see. Is he really?
I don't know. I don't want to watch it.
I don't think that.
I think that it's just footage from like a commercial. Yeah, most of this is not that.
Is it too crazy even for Pornhub?
Yeah, dude.
Is there a weird law about it? I can see it being illegal.
Yeah, it probably should be. Here's the thing: is like there's what can someone consent to if they're disabled, and I think that is for sure the limit.
I mean, what about? So here's the thing: on what people can consent to, is drinking worse than doing porn? Probably not.
Okay.
Probably drinking is a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
And so if someone's like, I want to have a beer, even like teenagers, they're like, all right, you can have a beer.
Yeah. I mean,
you let your kid drink a beer a little bit to be like, all right, it's disgusting.
I mean, you can drink beer at 18 in most other countries.
Dude, you can probably drink even younger in most other countries.
You think?
Oh, there's some crazy countries out there where they drink beer as water still.
Dude, I mean, I don't know. I don't like that. There's a part of me that I don't know. Anyway, Down syndrome people shouldn't be able to do porn is my thing.
What if it's with other Down syndrome people?
And then, but who's watching it?
Fucking creeps.
Dude, this is a philosophical question. These are the conversations no one will have.
I just wanted to bring out the big, deep questions right after people watched your Dry Bar special.
Yeah, people are here they're like, he maybe he's Christian, and then it's like,
I like that guy. He looks like a crazy guy, but doesn't swear.
If you can make it past the cum wall, you will get to, is it okay for Down syndrome people to make porn together?
I feel like that it'd be okay.
Here's the problem. There's half of me that's like, people with disabilities are regular people. You shouldn't treat them differently. They are adults. They have rights. They should be respected always. And
they should have the same experiences and make the same awful choices we all do.
Yes, and they shouldn't be infantilized in any way. And then there's a part of me that's like, maybe don't let them make porn, though. Yeah, it's rough. I I don't think it's illegal. Can you imagine having to make that law and everyone is just like, what is happening? How is this possible? Also, can we get back to, and I don't want to derail.
I'm going to get on a list for Googling these things.
Yeah. What are you Googling right now?
Down syndrome porn legality.
Oh, my God.
Need to know fast. I'm recording a podcast, not filming it.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Riley Reid has done cream pies, by the way.
I'm pretty sure she hasn't.
Listen, if she's letting that guy blow it in her butt, she's definitely having people cream pie her.
I know, it's completely different. I feel like she's probably
so
birth control messes with her, with so many women it does. So she's just like, I don't do it, and and that's why her career has lasted for decades. Because she's dangling.
No.
She's dangling that thing, like every guy that was like, oh, maybe I could convince her. And she's like, oh, maybe we'll do this video, and then next time.
Decades? How long do you think you've been jerking off to this woman, Mac?
I don't know. She's been a teenager for decades. I always see like new teen video, and it's Riley Reid, and I'm like, wait a minute.
No, you guys are fucking lying. Dude, I remember as a kid when I was like, when you're like young jacking off, you're like, I want them to be a teenager. Because then they're close to my age. Like in my mind, I was like, I could be with them. And then as I got a little older, and I was like, no, don't. Ladies, stop. Yeah, Riley Reid.
Stop being teenagers?
Yeah, I didn't want teenagers to do porn for like quite some time. When I was like in my 20s, I was like, ugh.
No, it's my favorite porn category.
Oh God! I mean, it's your favorite porn because they're all very rarely actually teenagers. It's just like the body type they have.
Yeah, and also
that's when I was that teen is a body type. Just say he's petite.
Oh yeah, I do Google that too.
Just Google petite.
All right, let's see. How long is she? Will it say how long she's been in porn? I say a decade. She's been around forever.
No, not a decade.
Entered the adult in film industry in 2010.
So I was right.
So it's been almost a decade.
Yeah, you're right.
You're off
right.
on a technicality.
Right.
You listen to this podcast next week, and I'll be right. She's been doing porn.
Dude, so she's been catching loads in the face on video for 10 years. And she still looks that good.
She still looks like a teenager. Well, she did it. She's 19 in 2010, so she's our age.
Yikes.
She got baby face like me.
She's your age. I'm a little older.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I might have gone to high school with her.
I never found out what the Down syndrome legality was. Anyways, drinking age, though, back to that, your question around the world.
Yeah.
The United States has some of the highest at 21.
Yes. Puritans.
A bunch of European countries, 18, 19, 20. A bunch of like France and stuff is 16 to 17. I think France and Germany. It's really hard to look on this world map. China. No drinking age. You could just drink whenever you want.
Are you allowed? But do they even have alcohol in most places
in China? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I see people drinking.
I mean, but if you smoke weed there, you're put to death.
So I've actually
they fucking don't. I know that some places they're like, you could die if you smoke here, but really they're like, hey, we're just gonna fine you.
So
in China, they actually kill you.
What I've heard about in China, from other like comics, is they say they don't even know what the smell is because they'll put you to death, but you can smoke weed because the cops don't know what it smells like or whatever. They don't know what weed is because it is so crazy rare there. But I mean, they drink alcohol there. And then everyone in the rest of the world is 18 to 19. So, where do you want to go from here?
I was like, I don't know what to do. My manager just texted me, and I had to text it. It was about doing the Cactus Theater in Lubbock, Texas in January, everybody. Confirmed. I just sent the text. So if you want to go see me January 17th in Texas, that's a thing. Oh, shit. I should bring up my other dates so I could talk about them.
Here's a cool article I found.
Okay, tell me about
Autism and porn, a problem no one talks about.
What?
Are people with autism more vulnerable to the lure of pornography?
This is about people with autism jacking off too much.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. When I was working, we had a lot of guys jacking off just all the time. Literally, like, this mannequin's hot. I'm gonna beat it. I saw a lady.
I feel like it's a sensory thing.
Yeah.
So you accidentally rub your dick and like, well, now I gotta jack off.
Dude, I mean, as a non-developmentally disabled guy, I mean, I think about jacking off all the time. So I can't imagine what it's like to be like, I should jack off, and then that part of your brain that's like, no, don't do that, isn't there. Can you imagine how much trouble you would get in?
Sorry, I was what?
Just okay. So yeah, I'm a regular guy, and I can't tell you how many times I've been like at fucking Raging Waters, and you see some super hot mom, and you're like, I gotta fucking do it, like right now.
Yeah. When you're a teenager.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine being disabled, and the part of your brain that's like, hey, maybe don't jack off in public, isn't there to save you. Imagine how many times you would have just been like, I guess I just start doing this.
So it isn't that the lure of pornography is stronger. It's that their ability to just like, they're truly free.
Yeah, no, totally.
They don't have the stigma working against them. That society. Think of how great it would have been to be a caveman back in the day.
Dude.
Out in the savannah or whatever, hunting gazelle, and you're like, I'm bored right now. Well,
pretty fucking
just gonna
cool.
check off.
Dude, okay, so I'm going to be in Lubbock, Texas, I think January 17th. You're going to have to go look for that on drybarcomedy.com/live, I think. Anyway, that's a dry bar show. It'll be clean. It'll be a lot of fun. Nothing like this podcast. In the clean part, the podcast is very fun. January 31st and February 1st, I'll be in Salt Lake City, Utah. 2 shows each night. I'm doing a whole weekend at downtown Salt Lake. February 13th, Deer Lodge, Montana is a theater in Montana. Let's hope that this sells well. If you're near Montana, go to this show. It should be a good time. February 21st, Burlington, Ontario. February 22nd, Burlington. Anyway, I'm going to be in Canada from February 21st to 23rd in Burlington. February 25th, I'll be in Toronto. February 27th, 28th, and 29th, I'll be in Kitchener, Ontario. And then March 20th and 21st, I'm headlining in Worcester, Massachusetts. ShayneSmithComedy.com for info on all that shit. Mac, did Bezos finally agree that he is with us on our opinions and thoughts of this podcast and wants us to have money?
Our Amazon link on our website, cowboyboys.rodeo, is working again.
Yes.
we fixed the errors, the issues.
What did we do?
We apologized to his ex-wife and him. He gave us the free pass to say whatever we want, which is why it explains this episode.
Yeah, it got out of control incredibly fast. So go to cowboyboys.rodeo. There's a little Amazon link. Copy and paste that into your browser.
No, just click on the banner and set that link as your favorites. And so every time you go to Amazon, it'll give us a little kickback.
Hell yeah. And then we'll make a little money, and we'll put that money right back into this podcast, and we'll pay interns to research if it's okay for 2 developmentally disabled adults who consent to have sex together.
The only answer I found was depends on if their parents have legal guardianship over them, because they're like what do you call that, where they have the
caretakers.
The caretakers.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if they're not developed so much that they have autonomy, then you need to ask the caretakers. And if the caretakers are cool with it.
Here's my thing. If they're making porn, who's filming it? Now
they're caretakers.
No, I don't think that's cool. Here, it's only okay if both people having sex on camera have Down syndrome, and so does the crew.
Okay, the crew members.
Yeah. The cameraman, everybody has to be developmentally disabled, so no one's getting taken advantage of.
This is part of our. I mean, we've come up with a bunch of porn plots. We should hire not even just Down syndrome people, like actually just disabled people to be in our crew. I don't feel like they get enough opportunities. They're always like, midgets are always fetishized to be in porn.
Little people.
I want them to be. I mean, type in little people or midget into Pornhub and see which one gets you more results.
Okay, fair.
but I want more people behind the cameras, or if they want to be.
No, representation matters.
So
this is a very woke episode, if we're being honest with each other.
Yeah, if you go to our Amazon link and look on Amazon.
Buy some porno mags.
I was gonna say, is there anything?
I don't know that you could buy porn on Amazon, to be honest. No, didn't we try to find that once and we couldn't?
We found like sex stuff. I think you can buy like dildos and toys.
Okay, cool. So anyway, listen,
if you type in LSD into Amazon, you get a bunch of boring books from nerds.
My new special came out. If you're listening to this, chances are you already know that, because I can't imagine a world where you listen, but I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe you don't pay attention, and that's fine. I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff. My special is out. It's called Alligator Boys. You can go to my website, ShayneSmithComedy.com, to find it. There's some videos on YouTube and Facebook and stuff. Give me some love. And to every single person who's reached out and been like, hey, I liked your special. You're funnier now. That means the world to me. I feel like I've improved. I worked really hard on this one. I'm already working on my next whole hour, not just half an hour. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. Hey, review the podcast maybe. We've got a lot of reviews. We would love more. Go to iTunes.com and leave us a little review. Say something nice. Maybe give us 4 stars, 5 stars. That would be pretty sick.
If you're going to roast Shayne, that'd be a good spot to do it.
Oh, my God.
I don't care what you say as long as you leave a review.
Yeah, honestly, say anything. Get crazy. Okay, so we love you guys. Thank you so much. Mac, any closing remarks?
Nope.
Fucking yeehaw, everybody.
Yeehaw.